Hello guys, this is Hughes from Plan for Crew, and today I'm with Itai. Today's topic will be about how relevant your degree is. Look out.
Hey, I'm here today with
Raf,
Okay, Raf. So how old are you?
25.
Oh, 25, and you're studying photography, right?
Photography, yeah.
Oh, what year group are you in?
In my final year, third year.
Oh, third year, final year. Oh, well done, man. Well done on making it this far.
Yeah.
So, I want to ask you, do you think a degree is relevant in today's society?
Yeah, I think it depends. I know people have different opinions, but for me personally, I think it depends. But yeah, I'll probably say work experience is maybe just about better because you don't need a degree. You don't necessarily need a degree, you don't need a degree to get to where you're trying to go to.
But
I'll say probably work experience, maybe.
wait, just come back a bit. Wait. But you still went ahead and did a degree. Oh, why is that?
But there's more than one reason, like it wasn't my choice. Obviously I'm happy I'm here now, but it wasn't my choice to come to uni in the first place.
Was it family pressure or something?
Like if it was my choice, I probably wouldn't have came to uni.
Would you have done something like work experience or apprenticeship?
Probably, I think I'd have done work experience here. Like if it was like after college, I probably would have done work experience here. Like it was my own choice. But yeah, my mum did kind of push me into. He didn't push me, but she wanted me to go, so you don't want to say no, innit? So yeah.
So would you say maybe the best thing is a degree and work experience together? Because it's never too late to do an internship.
But yeah, I won't say no to a degree. I definitely won't say no to a degree because obviously it helps, but this doesn't necessarily get you to like your career that you're trying to get into. You don't always need to come uni. So that's why I always say. I'm not saying it's bad to have a degree because obviously I'm here now, but what I'm saying is like you don't need to come uni to get to where you're trying to go to.
Okay, so any aspiring photography students, would you say do work experience or degree? If you had to pick one, what would you recommend? Yeah, if you had to recommend a degree or work experience to any young kids, what would you recommend them to do?
Okay, then if I was young kids, I'll definitely say a degree. Like young kids, like especially like after college, yeah, I'll say a degree.
Why is that?
I'll say degree because you're in education, so that you're kind of working towards something. Like experience, they might not focus as much, but when you're here, you probably got more focus. So that's what I'll say to young kids. I'll say, yeah.
Those are very good answers.
My name is James.
James.
Yes.
Okay, so you're a student here. How old are you?
I am 20 years old.
20 years old. What course are you studying?
I'm doing my bachelor's in forensic psychology.
Forensic psychology.
Yeah.
What year group are you in?
I'm year 2 at the moment.
Oh, year 2. Oh, well done on getting this far.
Yeah.
So what I wanted to ask you is, do you think a degree is relevant in today's society?
I think it is, just because it's not just about obtaining the degree for your own profession. It's also about obtaining life experience, getting to know people, and having connections. So whenever you do get your degree, it'll be an easier route for you.
Do you believe a degree tops work experience? Or is it equal or roughly equal?
I think it really depends on what type of profession you're going into, but I do think a degree helps. On top of work experience, I think if you only are basing it off of work experience, it's going to be a harder route and it'll take longer, but a degree will really help, for sure.
If you weren't doing a degree, what other profession route would you have taken? Would you have taken a work experience or an apprenticeship route?
I probably would have just taken like a work experience back where I live.
Where you live? And if you mind me asking, where are you from exactly? You have an accent.
Oh yeah, I'm from Texas, United States.
Oh, Texas, America.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I feel sorry for you, man. You're president. You're president. Oh, geez. But is that why you came to study in England, yeah? To get away from America? To get away from him, yeah?
No, not just that. I've always been interested in English culture, and I've always wanted to come here and see new things. And I mean, that was a little bit of the reason, yeah, not gonna lie. But no, that wasn't the only reason, though. Yeah.
And lastly, just one last thing. So when did you decide to go to university to get a degree? When did you decide it was for you?
I decided it pretty early on in my life when I was about 14, 15, as I was always taught growing up that university was no option. I had to go to university, and I've always just been wanting to go to university to get the experience and get the degree to further my career in the future.
Lastly, for kids that are stuck in between getting a degree or doing an apprenticeship or work experience, what would be your personal advice to them?
I mean, my personal advice is kind of like, whenever it comes to degrees, it's also kind of like work experience, except you're getting an actual certificate for it. And I think, like I said before, I think a degree is a much easier route, because when you only base your skills off of work experience, it can take a lot longer. But if you have a degree on top of work experience that you can get through your degree, such as internships and stuff, that will really help you.
Okay. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
That was a good interview.
Thank you.
Cheers. So I'm here today with
Eamon.
Eamon, and you're first year, right?
Yeah, I'm first year. Yeah, I'm studying computer science.
Computer science, that's a technical one, very hard. Okay, so I want to ask you, do you think a degree is relevant in today's society?
I think it is.
Why do you think that?
Well, because I mean, it opens a lot of doors when going for jobs afterwards. And if you didn't have a degree, I think it would just be a lot harder for you, how the world's run.
Do you believe that people can get further ahead with just work experience alone and not a degree?
Well, that does work out for some people, but I think for the masses, for the majority of people, I think it's just a lot more respectable to have a degree, because there's so much competition nowadays to get jobs, you know what I'm saying? That's what everyone wants, isn't it? A good paying job for a good life, you know what I'm saying? So I think, yeah, a degree is quite necessary, some would say.
When did you decide you wanted to go to university?
I actually took a gap year after I finished college, because I didn't want to go to university like all my friends, but at the same time, just because of what I've been saying, I believed that going to university would be better for me. And so I decided during that gap year, because I wasn't sure I wanted to go straight to uni, so I took that gap year, and then I realised, yeah, I think it would be better if I go to uni.
So what are your plans now? You're only in your first year, so you got a long way for your third year.
Yeah.
So do you have any regrets already? Like, do you think, is uni for me, or should I have done a work experience maybe?
No, I'm happy with my choice. I think uni is for me, and this uni is very like helpful in anything I need, and yeah, I'm looking forward to the future.
And lastly, if there were kids that wanted to do a degree or caught between a degree and work experience, what would be your final recommendation for them?
I think just have some time, think about it, don't rush into anything. You know, I'm saying, like, a lot of parents also pressure their children to go to university straight away, and like I feel like the way school works is that they groom you for university. So I believe don't fall into that. At the same time, make up your own mind if it's for you, because obviously not everyone's the same. It is for some people, and I think some people are better off without it. Depends on who you are, and you need to figure that out, innit? So yeah, don't rush into anything, and enjoy yourself.
Yeah, good words, man, good words.
Okay, thank you.
Cheers. Okay. I'm here with
Kelia.
Kelia. Oh, how old are you?
I'm 19.
Oh, 19, you're young.
Yeah.
What course are you studying?
Biochemistry and biotechnology.
Wow. Wow. What year group are you in?
Year 2.
Year 2, wow. And what are you studying again, saying again?
Why am I studying at this uni? Because it was cheaper than going in the States.
Oh yeah, how much is it in the States? It's like about 30 or 40 grand a year, right?
Yeah, the other school I was going to go to in the States was 60 grand a year for 4 years.
Wow, wow. Yeah, no wonder why you're here.
Exactly.
Okay, so you obviously believe that a degree is relevant in today's society.
Yeah, I think it depends on what profession you want to go into or what your availability is, but I think if you can do it, you should do it.
Have you thought about any other alternative career routes?
I had thought about going into more of a creative career route, but I figured if I was going to be able to go to university, I might as well spend the money on something that like I'm passionate about, but also like interested in learning more, if that makes sense.
So when did you decide that university was for you? Like what age and what experience brought you to university?
I was pretty young. I think like since middle school I had been thinking about, I'm going to get a degree. I was never really good at sports or anything else but academia was my thing, so I just figured I'm going to go to school as long as possible, kind of push off the real future. Yeah.
So obviously you said you're from the States again. Do you believe that university degrees are just as important in the States as they are in Britain, or?
I think that from what I've experienced, I think a degree in the States is probably more, I don't want to say more important, but it's definitely something that'll put you more over the top when it comes to the competition and jobs. I think that there's so many people in the States, and they're all from all walks of life, and we kind of use university as a way of getting above. Yeah.
And if you weren't doing a degree, what career option would you have taken?
I probably would have gone into, I don't know, I've always just kind of figured I would do the degree, I would do science, I would do something like that. But I guess probably something along the lines of construction. I was in stage crew in high school, so it's just something I have experience with.
And for kids that are aspiring students that are stuck in between apprenticeships or should I do a degree, what would be your advice to them?
I think if you have the option to get work experience or do an apprenticeship or an internship, I would do that first, because I think the university is always going to be here. But if you have the opportunity to go out and get some like real life experience and see what it's going to be like, because you don't want to pay however much you're going to pay for a uni degree and then end up not liking what you're going to do in the future. At least with an apprenticeship or an internship, you'll get to see what it's like.
That was a very wise answer. Thank you. Cheers.
Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you as well. Today I'm here with...
My name is Shirin. Yeah.
Oh, what course are you studying?
I'm studying Masters in Data Science.
Oh, Masters. Well done.
Thank you. It's a 1-year course, and I've been working before. I have an experience. That's the thing is, after coming here, we get to explore a lot of religions and different cultures that is not possible back in our hometown.
Do you believe a degree is relevant in today's society?
Yeah, it is much more relevant, because the thing is, whenever it comes to different stages of life, you get to learn a lot of things, and yeah, that's the thing that's coming to my mind first.
What about work experience? Do you believe work experience is better than do you believe that it's better to have work experience over a degree, or do you believe having a degree tops work experience?
It depends. It's a step-by-step process. You can't skip any of the things, because first you need to get a degree, then the next step comes as a job. So you'll have to go step by step. It's like first you complete your degree, then you have to get an experience and an internship or an apprenticeship. So once you complete it, then only you can get a proper job.
So you believe you can't skip either step. So if you're going to do work experience, you're going to have to get a degree, or if you do a degree, you have to get work experience. You don't believe you should do just one or the other?
No, it's like, I mean, you'll have to do one at a time. You can't go two on a single boat. It's like you first complete your degree, then the job thing.
When did you decide that you wanted to go to university?
From the start I've been studying, then later I started working. First I completed my undergrad in India, later I worked, then I thought that I should study more, so I left the job and again I came to UK for studies. After this I'll be doing my internship and then I'll be working.
Okay. And lastly, any advice for aspiring students that don't want to go to university but just want to do work experience, or students that want to do a degree but aren't sure if they should just do work experience?
For me, small jobs, if you want, you can just normally get a job experience, but if you want to reach the top levels, you just need to work hard, get a degree and then get a proper job. That's how life is lived.
Okay, thank you very much. Cheers. Thank you.